Everybody, and welcome to our live session talking about Young Living Essential Oils. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you for tuning in. All the thousands and thousands of people.
Millions of
look at
viewers.
these,
Wow, from
look at these
around the
numbers,
world.
just
It's
going crazy.
ridiculous.
We are so excited that you're excited about Young Living. It's awesome. Welcome to the show. It's not a show; it's a chat.
There we go. They're coming.
We're gonna have a great conversation with our very special friends that are all the way in a little place called Zion, Illinois. Have you ever heard of that?
It's smaller than Bloemfontein.
I haven't.
It's
Bloemfontein
not
is
as
not
big.
too
No.
small though.
It's
but
smaller than.
we don't really know how small
We don't
it
really
is.
actually know
We
how
haven't
small
been
it
there,
is.
but we're gonna.
But it sounds pretty small.
We're gonna find out. So please welcome to our chat the amazing Scott and Melody Lee. Yay! Hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
How
Good
are
to see
you?
you. Love the intro. We're doing pretty good. We're just here in this town that's maybe 5 people big, and no.
Your whole family. That's the town.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Listen, I've told you this before, Scott, that we have a South African singer called Lee Scott. So I always have to think twice before I speak to you. Is it Scott Lee or is it Lee Scott? And then we have Melody. And then I'm like, Melody Lee. It's just confusing. I just want to say, but not everybody knows your names and surnames.
Oh,
It would have been really great if you named one of your children Harmony. But anyway. All right, so tonight it's all about Young Living Essential Oils, and right off the bat, we just want to tell you guys we are going to talk about how we got into it, why Scott and Melody got into it, and I'm convinced that by the end of this, you are going to want to be involved. So right off the bat, if you don't even watch this whole video, we just need you to know that this is an opportunity of a lifetime to not just get great products, but to also become financially independent, build a business. So we want to say off the bat, this is something that can really change your life. And in the uncertain times we're in, I think all of us can do with something like this that helps us on the side. So there's a link in this post right now that you can go and click and see more, find out more, and also at the end we will give you more instructions on how you can get involved.
Well done.
Do you want to add something?
That was good right there.
Thank you.
We're done. That is all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great evening. now that you know where you have to find the link. Okay, I have to squeeze my husband just to make sure that I'm in and on
just
the
make
screen.
sure everyone's. This was part of my plan.
Yeah,
it's just to
it's
get
like-
some physical touch into tonight.
Love language. Let me speak his love language just a
Yeah.
little bit. Listen, we've got people here on the screen with us.
All right.
Okay, Scott and Melody. I've told the people the last time I spoke to Melody that we've met at a wedding. Well, I've met Melody at the wedding, but I met Scott previously. Also when he came to visit South Africa, and they are wonderful people, such a lovely family, 5 kids, people. Like they beat us. I don't like to be beaten.
Well, we have a. Please don't beat my wife.
I like to win. It's all I actually want to say, but I'm not winning with the amount of kids that you have.
Well, we have a dog, so we have.
They've got
Wait.
6 dogs. It's
Man.
It's not.
So they even win that.
You win everything.
Don't beat the dogs. I mean, no, I'm kidding. All right.
Sorry. Anyway, so we met, and then I remember we went to a beautiful wine farm, Vergelegen, when we were still able to go to wine farms and have wine legally.
Just hang on there for a moment. Scott, can you please
Yes.
say vergelegen? Gesundheit. That's brilliant.
That is hysterical.
All right, sorry. I needed to hear that.
That
All
was
right.
good.
Vergelegen. It's like having some kind of attack. That's
Oh my
brilliant.
gosh.
All
We
right.
can have a whole live just on you imitating us and saying Afrikaans words. And then we will make sure we put in R, 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 R sounds
Ooh,
and
but-
sounds.
Anyway, you were saying.
Okay,
We'll
so
get
we
back to
met
languages.
at this wine farm, and then they introduced us to this incredible company. And I mean, I think the reason we were listening with pointy ears, let me just come in like gespitste ore Afrikaners, is because Scott, you had such an amazing experience by visiting the farms almost by accident. So I want you to tell us about your visit. to their farms?
Well, the great thing about this was I had just returned from meeting Heinz, and I was there in South Africa. We were having a good time. We were ministering. I met you guys down, I believe it is in Bloomberg, down in the Cape Town area. Is that right?
Oh.
Okay. I just remember Table Mountain. That's how beautiful it was, and you guys and Pickard and the rest of the crew. Well, anyways, I had just gotten back I was getting back, and on the way in between South Africa and Chicago, Melody texted me and she said, "Hey, do you want to go to Spain?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to go to Spain."
Why not?
And she says because Crystal and Larry Hoskins, who are their diamonds in the company, she's not going to be able to go to Spain, and Larry wants to know, hey, he'd love to travel with you, and he'd like to take you to Spain. And I was like, sure. And I said, Mel, are you okay with that? Because I've been gone for a little while in South Africa. And she was like, absolutely, go to Spain and have a good time. So
What a wife.
What a
That
wife.
is an amazing wife. Wow. Well done, bro.
5-day all-inclusive vacation to Spain. I mean, seriously, if it was the other way around, I would hope he would send me. So
Yeah.
And it wouldn't work. It wouldn't have worked if you went with Crystal's husband.
No, not a good idea.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That was not an option.
Imagine she's like, so Scott, there's this other man that wants to take me to Spain. How do you feel about that?
Right.
Anyway, sorry. Please
So-
continue.
and so I got on the ground, and I kid you not, I was here for a day.
A few hours. I came to the airport, picked him up, switched his luggage out, and then he went on like 3 hours later.
Yeah, and so I was flying to Spain. And
Wow.
so now I didn't know that my wife was a part of Young Living. It wasn't something, we discuss. I mean, up until
Let me
now.
explain.
Yeah.
We had a kit, and having a kit makes you a member, and you have a right to do the business. But we weren't doing the business. We had just gotten a kit because we had a bad cough.
Yeah.
And we needed to get rid of the cough. So we had the kit.
Okay.
And we weren't doing the business yet. And honestly, we didn't really know that much about it. He was just going with our friends, and it was going to be an awesome time.
Yeah, so I get there and I'm meeting all these wonderful people. Everything's just beautiful. I met people that were Amish people, and I'm thinking, okay, I don't know anything about the company, but then it began. We were staying in a 5-star plus hotel.
Shame.
Everything was paid for. We were having these wonderful times. We went to this one, I think I sent a video, but we went to this one museum that is like the most exclusive like wagon collection in the world for like princes and kings, and like Queen Victoria from England has one there, and it's this guy who owns like just amazing Lipizzan horses, the dancing horses, and Andalusians and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, oh, this is excellent, man. Let me get some of them appetizers, and wow, it's absolutely incredible. And so I still didn't know why I was there. I had no idea. And so as everybody was like greeting each other and talking about everything, I just went in and I sat down next to a piano in this big room. And next thing I know, Larry was sitting at that table and a couple others were sitting at that table. And next thing I know, there was this lady who came and she sat next to me, and she was from Hong Kong. And when everything started, there was a lady that was introduced. Her name was Mary. She was the founder of the company, her and her husband, Gary. I didn't know who they were. I had no idea. So everybody is standing up and they're clapping, yay, for the founder of the company. And I'm sitting down just clearing my plate, and what was funny was that this lady from Hong Kong, who's a friend of mine, Joanne, she looks over at me. She's like, why is he not up clapping? Why is he not happy? Who is this guy? And so she sits down. She says, so who are you? I said, I'm Scott Lee. And she goes, well, who are you, a diamond? I said, I don't even know what a diamond is. And she goes, so who's in your upline? I said, what's an upline?
He's like, Jesus.
I'm like, why is she interrogating me about stuff I don't even know? And then she said, she goes, well, who are you here with? I said, I'm with Larry. And she goes, Larry, are you diamond? He goes, no, my wife is. And she goes, where's your wife? Oh, she's in Dallas, Texas. She's training her team, her sister down in Dallas. And she goes, so she just let you guys come? And we're like, yeah, we're just hanging out here. We're boys. And so this is the funny thing. She goes, this is crazy. This is amazing. She goes, so tell me about yourself. And so I just told her, I'm a bit of a farmer. We have our coffee farm in Guatemala. I love being outdoors. I told her about missions. I told her about our life, helping women and this and that and the other thing. And she goes, oh my goodness. She says, I have to introduce you to someone. So she grabs my hand and she walks me across and walks me right up to Mary. Now, I didn't know who this woman was that was sitting next to me. She's the one who opened the Hong Kong market. And
wow.
So she's Royal Crown Diamond. And at that time, there was maybe 6, 8 of them in the company.
Wow.
And she was, well, she walks me right up to Mary and she's like, hey, Mary, I want you to introduce you to this gentleman right here. He's here at our diamond retreat and he's not even part of the company. And Mary goes, really? And so they ask me, I share my testimony, I share what's going on. Joanne takes me over to another group. I meet Jared, I meet all the heads up. And then I get back to the table. And this is funny. You guys know how this works when the favor of God is on you, right? And so I'm sitting at the table and the folks around the table are like, I've been in the company for like 6 years and I've been waiting for that handshake.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
So Joanne looks at me and she goes, so is your wife in the company? I said, I don't think so. and she signed
Do
up
you know your wife?
So
My wife likes diamonds, but I don't know if she is one.
You like connecting that if you have a kit and you're using the oils, that makes you a member who can also build a business.
Yeah.
So I don't really know because we weren't doing the business. So he's like, I don't really know if she's a member. I know she has oils, but that's it,
Yeah, it was amazing. And so I looked at Joanne and she goes, so why aren't you in the company? Why aren't you guys? I said, I don't know. And she goes, I said, well, here's the thing. I said, I'll be honest with you. And we're having this conversation about MLM in Seville, Spain. And I'm talking to a Royal Crown Diamond. I'm supposed to have figured that out before I got to that table. And I said to her, you know what? Tell me the reasons why I should be in this company. And she began to go down a list of the integrity behind the products, the integrity behind the founders. And if you're going to speak to me, you're going to have to talk about integrity and character about something. And she started going down that route. And then she talked about believing in the product. And I'm just like, oh, this is cool. All right. Okay. So anyways, at the end of that conversation, she goes, what are you doing tomorrow? And I said, well, me and Larry are just planning on walking around Seville, Spain, maybe eating some black-footed ham and different things like that, And it's like, she goes, can I hang out with you? I've got like 50 of our people here, and I just want to come hang out with you guys.
Wow.
And I said, that sounds good. So we went out on the streets. We went out on the streets, and I was praying for people on the streets, okay? And after I pray for them,
as you do wherever you go, like Picard.
and the young living people would like anoint them with oils. Hey, it was awesome. It was a great teamwork. It's like me and Mel.
I love it.
It was fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
Needless to say, I was in a place that I needed to see what. Because, we had heard things in the past. We had heard about, the companies, this and that. And I'm more of a skeptic on the side of those things to begin with. And I'm just like, I'm not into that kind of. But when I saw that and I heard that, and I actually sat next to a girl, even though I'd been hearing it for a while, Crystal's very successful in this. But I'd heard Joanne, and she hit some points with me. It was like, wait a minute, now you're speaking my language, because she started talking about taking over the entire country. And that's where my mind starts going, all right, let's look at, what I'm talking, let's move forward and let's really just take over a country. And so anyways, we had that conversation. And from the next days on, we went up into hot air balloons. They took care of us. We were part of the largest gathering of hot air balloons in Spain. I think it was in history of Spain. They had to bring in different ones from different countries, Portugal, and they just surprised us with that. We went to bull rings. People got to drive like the fancy Grand Prix cars around tracks, and it was just fun. It was fabulous. But one of the great things about it too is that when we'd get on a bus and we'd load up to go somewhere, I would meet people from New York. I'd meet people from Mexico. I'd meet them from Chicago. I'd meet them from all over the place. And like I said, I saw this one couple that now where we live in Zion, Illinois, about 3 hours west of here in Indiana, Shipshewana, Indiana, is a community of Amish people. I met Amish people. Now, yeah, like horse buggy and everything. I met Amish people that were on the trip, and I'm looking at them going, how, if they're from these small communities, how is that possible that they could do this?
Yeah.
And then I started hearing it, and it wasn't just a sales pitch. It was the integrity of the product.
Wow.
And the Amish people were getting behind that.
Sure.
And they're very quality. They build things, and that's how they do it.
Wow.
And so I was looking at that, and I said, you know what? If there's ever going to be anything for Melody to get involved with.
Tell them about this when you visited the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to hear that again, yeah.
So, I'm fluent in Spanish. We were missionaries for 8 years in Mexico. Yeah, well, it sounds
kidding.
kind of like
Vergelegen.
But it must have helped so much in Spain, right? To know the language. Wow.
actually felt cool at the table when no one else could order things and I could.
Ah, nice.
No. But we went to the farm, and this was a Rose of Sharon farm.
Wow,
and
cool name.
Wow.
Yeah. It was phenomenal. So we went out there, and I had heard, through everybody that they own their own farms, and they did a proper distilling, and they treated all the product well. Well, the thing that I wanted to know, because I'm in the justice movement, right? You guys probably know that. I mean, we're into making sure our farmers get paid more and increase the quality of life, and so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna catch them on something, because I can speak Spanish. And so we'd go, and we would go to the distillery, and when everybody would walk to the next section, I'd walk up to the Spaniards that were there, and I'd say, different things like, so how long have you been working here? And they're like, oh, you speak Spanish? Yeah. And so we start talking. I was like, so tell me about, your wages. Are you guys getting paid fair? Oh my goodness, we would never leave here. They pay us more than any of the other farms. We've been in this industry for a long time, and they've given us more. Our kids can do education. And I'm going, okay. Okay.
So cool.
And so then I would ask them about the purity of the products. It's like, how you guys have been working it? Is there like any additives? I mean, how do you guys do this? Oh, no. We've worked at different places in the past, and here, man, they're so strict. And the cool thing about that is that they can govern what they do because they own their own farms. And so I'm hearing this, and I'm going, all right, there's the integrity. There's the character I've been looking for, not just hearing what other people are talking to me about, but I could actually dig in to find this out.
Wow.
And so when we got back, I told Melody, I said, hey, Mel, listen, if there's ever a company that you're supposed to be a part of, I want you to look into this. And she goes, I'm already a part of it. And I go, oh, I had no idea.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I got treated like a diamond, like a Royal Crown diamond. Jesus had to bring me to that area, and it was just phenomenal. And we're looking forward to going back in one of these trips to come in the future with
Wow.
you guys.
Yeah, that'll be great. Just go to
Yeah.
Spania. I like that
Oh.
idea. So good. Awesome.
Wow. So, from your experience, Mel and Scott, what has been the highlights of your how long has it been? 8, 10 months, a year now that you've been in the business?
It's been last year in May we joined the business, and so it's just now been just over 1 year for us.
Yeah.
Highlights?
We have absolutely loved it. I'll say that once we started using the Young Living products daily, just I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just when you feel more healthy on the inside. So it almost feels like you're just lifted up a little bit internally, like your emotions, your sense of feeling, just feeling overall more well, just going into sicknesses, being totally well with your immune system raised. So that has been amazing, going through having, the things that we're facing now and different flus, and having those things either barely hit us and we get a few symptoms and then they're gone, or just skip over us completely. Like it's the best thing ever to have well care rather than wait until you're sick and have to handle care afterwards.
So good.
And so that has been one of the highlights. Another highlight for me has just been making relationships and the community of it. I spend tons of time talking with Aletta. Like, otherwise would we chat every week, a few times a week, right? Just the joy of meeting people and getting to know them, and then walking them into the things that we're experiencing, the abundance and the freedoms and the joy of using the products and the people. It's been wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So just for somebody who doesn't have a clue what we're talking about, what are essential oils, essentially? What?
Right.
And is
So
it an
it's-
essential service? That is the big question here in South Africa. I'm kidding.
It's an essential service for sure. Okay. I think the easiest way to frame it, and I'll just say this: when you're born and you come out of your mother's womb, you breathe oxygen, and we breathe in the oxygen, we breathe out the carbon dioxide, and we know that plants breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. Then we eat when we're eating to give our body nutrients and minerals and amino acids and all the things we need to live and live in a healthy way. We eat carrots and kale and bell peppers and bananas and apples and oranges and all of the fruits and the vegetables that the Lord created. And those are really natural for us. We didn't think before we started using those, should we breathe air or should we eat fruits and vegetables? Like, it was just natural. We knew that God designed us to work together with plant life, humans and plant life to work together. And so I find it most interesting that the Lord gifted Jesus with two of his first 3 gifts were frankincense, myrrh, and gold. And frankincense and myrrh are essential oils. And interesting that he put those on the same playing field with gold, that they were as valuable as gold to be given to the King of Kings. And those are mentioned over and over and over again in the Bible. And they do equal properties for our bodies that oxygen does and that the food that we eat. They cause us to have less inflammation. They take toxins out of our bodies. They support our immune system. They support our cells.
Wow.
They clean out receptor sites so that our cells can communicate well and do the jobs that the Lord intended them to do. So when you actually look at essential oils, they're actually as essential as the other things that we use from nature to cause our bodies to work at their optimum ability. So
Hence
essential
the name. Essential.
Yeah.
It's so good.
hence the name. So essential oils come from all parts of different plants. They come from the roots, the bark, the resin, the gum, the leaves, the flowers, the seeds. All different parts of the plant have what's living inside of them, and we distill that life juice, so we would call it the life blood, if you will, from those plant materials. And then we use that on our bodies, and our body just knows how to use it. The same way, we never taught our bodies to use oxygen. Our body knew how to use oxygen.
Wow.
We never taught our body how to take minerals out of the vegetables. It just knew how to do it. God made it that way. And it's the same thing with essential oils. You drip them on your body, you drip them in your mouth, or you breathe them in, and your body does the work.
Wow.
And that is a quick recap.
That's a
oils.
great explanation. I love that.
That is a great explanation. But what is awesome about Young Living is that it's not only essential oils. They have other options in products too. So can you please share with us what other products do they have?
Absolutely. So the Young Living is 25 years old in the U.S.
Okay.
Gary and Mary Young pioneered the modern movement for essential oils. Obviously, essential oils have been around forever. All the way back to King Tut's tomb. When they opened his tomb, they found vats of frankincense and myrrh, and those oils were still completely intact medicinally.
Wow.
Yes, we see it all the way back into Bible times that the priest, and if you go back and look at some of that literature, they were actually considered apothecaries. And so they would administer oils and herbs to the people for healing. So not just instantaneous healing, but also the process of healing.
Yeah.
So it goes all the way back. So in the United States, that was basically lost whenever the pharmaceutical industry came in really strongly, because we started leaning into, the scientists have discovered this or made this. And so essential oils and the use of herbs was a little bit lost for about 70 years. So about 25 years ago, Gary Young started the process. He went to France, met another man who was working with lavender, and they began to build distilleries. And that is the process of what we have today. We have more than 600 products in the U.S. market. Those products are all on their way to South Africa. And Young Living has done a fantastic job of bringing you guys pieces of each industry so that you guys are getting it in the home products. So we have an oil, a wonderful oil, one of our favorites, called Thieves. And that thieves oil was actually used, quick story on that, by thieves who were stealing from dead bodies during the bubonic plague, and they weren't dying. And everybody was dying. And so there were like pocket watches and gold coins and monies on these dead bodies, and they would steal it. And so the king said, if you will tell us what you're doing to not die, then we will lighten your sentence and let you off. And these merchant ship owners and merchant ship workers began to tell them that they were dipping their handkerchiefs in the oils of clove and rosemary and cinnamon and frankincense and citrus. And by doing that, they would never get the sicknesses on their boats, or when they entered a port, they would never get the sicknesses.
Wow.
And so that is have the Thieves line. So the Thieves line is a home cleaning line as well as an immune system support. So you can roll that on your feet. You can take that internally, but you can also clean your whole house with it. And the reason is because it kills almost all bacteria and viruses. Even more so than an antibiotic can kill the antibodies. This is more powerful than that. And we have some incredible tests to show that. And we can send those to you if you private message us to get those. But anyhow, we have a home cleaning liquid, and you can literally use that same concentrate for everything. You can use it diluted for your mirrors. You can use it for your bathrooms, your kitchen counters. You can use it as a spray into the air. You can diffuse it to kill the smells and bacteria in your home. And it literally just takes care of everything in the cleaning.
Wow.
And just keeping everything pure and free from bacteria and viruses.
And it smells great.
It smells awesome. So we have that. So that helps with the cleaning department. And people don't realize that that's so important, but actually 60% of everything that touches your skin goes into your bloodstream. So if you're using chemical cleaners in your house, 60% of that is going into the largest organ of our body, which is our skin.
Yeah, sure. That's a wake-up call. My goodness.
Total wake-up call, and instantly just clears out so many things that are poisoning our bodies that our bodies are having to deal with. We also have the Ningxia Red, which is incredible. That is a drink that is very, very, very high in antioxidants. It's 20,000, and I don't know the measuring unit, but we'll just call it a tiny measuring unit, and it's its ability to take toxins out of the body and oxygenate your blood. So it's literally like giving a shot of power to your blood every day that cleanses your blood, keeps your system working wonderfully, and oxygenates your body.
That sounds good.
So yes, it's so good. And so we have a kit that you can start out with that. And then we also have the essential oils kit that you can start with, the premium starter kit. And that comes with 10 oils and a diffuser. And that's basically like the beginning of a first aid kit. It has one of everything that you could possibly need. And our group, if you join with us, then we have a private group that has incredible information, videos, graphics, all of the things that you will need to know how to use everything that comes in your kit. So, yes.
Wow.
Amazing.
That is amazing. So what is the next step? Where do we go from here? If you are watching and you're like, I'm very intrigued, what do you think they should do now?
So before we do that, I have a question here that I don't know if this is relevant because I haven't heard of this, but is there something like Kids Sense? Because someone is asking, when are the Kids Sense arriving in South Africa?
That is a wonderful question. I do not know when Kids Sense are arriving to South Africa.
All right.
So really, we are just getting announcements like in real time. When you guys are getting the announcement, we're getting the announcement. The process is simply that they have to do a lot of legal paperwork with your government to bring in different things. And so there's a whole list of things that they're working on bringing, and they're actively bringing a lot of those now. So it seems like every other week, a new product is coming to South Africa, and they are broadening your spectrum of oils and products. I believe you guys have some soap now, and you have some toothpaste.
Yeah.
And it won't be long before the kids' oils will be there.
And
The wonderful
makeup.
thing. Makeup.
But I
Oh
see
my
Nadia
goodness.
is saying in the meantime we can just dilute the oils for the
Yes.
kids, and so there's ways and means. Okay, great.
Yes.
Sorry, your
So we-
question to Melody
Yeah.
was great.
I think it's good if people have questions to put it on the comments, because we still have a little bit of time, so they can just, if they have questions, we have them here. Let's
Shoot,
just milk-
ask them questions.
Milk them while we have them here.
Okay. If you don't mind, I would like to share something really quickly.
Yeah.
It's about the South African market.
Okay.
And that is, because America has had the oils for 25 years, and we've been growing steady for the last years, we've grown by at least 30% every single year. Young Living is now a $2 billion industry, but is going to be projected to be a $10 billion industry within the next several years.
Excuse me, how much?
10 billion.
Okay.
I know,
Just trying to wrap my
right?
head around that. Sorry. Okay.
Right. Okay, so for you guys, where you're at in time in South Africa is the most wonderful time to land at. And you can say why. That would be because basically the U.S. has worked out all of the kinks, all of the prototype things, gotten all of the patents and all of everything that we need to move forward. And for 25 years, we've been growing exponentially. So then we open up live in South Africa roughly a year ago, a little less than a year ago, and your country has been being primed by seeing essential oils coming into the market. But the information that's available is it's like a wildfire. And the South African market, just to put it in perspective, first of all, because the business opportunity is so incredible, right after a recession and during a recession, anytime the economy is shaken just a little bit, people start to realize, wow, we were leaning into the fact that we have this wonderful job that pays so well.
Yeah.
But then something like what we're in right now shakes it a little bit,
Yeah.
and realize, oh, wow, that wasn't quite as secure as what I thought. So suddenly people's minds and hearts are open to second streams of income. So network marketing companies explode right after recessions and during recessions. An example of that is all of those sales that have happened in South Africa from January to the month of May. During the month of June, they did the same amount that they had done in 5 months previously.
Yo.
Oh my word.
There you go.
Listen, that is just amazing.
So,
So it is the
Yeah.
right time to jump into this business.
moment. Yes, now is the moment. Don't
Yeah.
wait until tomorrow.
No.
Do not not wait till next week.
Yeah.
Today is the day. It has literally, the momentum has been picking up. It's been growing. The buzz has been growing. And it is at the moment right now that literally we have friends, and when they speak of the oils, they're listening and responding right away, like, oh my gosh, yeah, I need that. And even in the times that we're in, your immune system needs that support.
Yeah.
And so this provides the support that you need to recover quickly from anything that the world or, life may bring at you. And so now is the time for you guys to get started, for you to jump in, for you to share Young Living. It's super easy to share with your friends. The reality is anything that you love, you share. And so once you start using it and loving it, you're going to tell your friends, and then your friends are going to jump on board. And before you know it, you can have a business that's started up bringing in some side income. And that business can range from either just paying for your monthly order, or it could provide you retirement that you've not planned out, or that your income has been shaken, or any of those things.
Yeah, let me just mention something too, because this morning, my wife, she signed up one of my closest friends, and one of the things that she was talking to him about was, unlike any other MLM, I'm sure there's some others, but in this particular one, this is the one that I've heard, is that you can actually give your business, because it is your business. You can give it to your children. You can will it to is that right? You
That's
can
right.
will it to your children.
Wow.
Could you talk about that for a moment?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's so good.
Right. Obviously. So if you were building, a regular brick and mortar business, then you own that business. And, when your children grow up, you've got, an inheritance to give them in that business. And so Young Living has done a fantastic job of setting up the structure so that you've built a real business. You built it by sharing your products, training your people, educating them on the products and how to use them, and then educating them on how to run their business. And that required you to put in effort and work. And because of that, they allow you to will that to your children, so that if, let's say, in 10 years, you don't want to run the business anymore, but you want your daughter or your son to run that business, or your daughter-in-law or whomever, then you literally can will it and change the ownership name and give that to your children so that they could run that business for you, which is incredible, which is such a gift.
I mean, Mel, you told me and enrolled me in September of last year, and I was pregnant. I was just rewriting a whole course in my business. I was not mentally or physically or emotionally at all capable to get involved. And only with lockdown now, when I had some time and I saw the oils, and I'm thinking, I better start using these oils, and started loving it. The moment I started using it, I was like, oh my word. And then I spoke to one person, and it just started snowballing from there. But I just imagine, where would I have been if I started in September? Because now the market is like, oh my word, everybody knows about it. Well, people are getting excited. They are getting into it, and that's why you can't wait. You can't wait for a month or two and think, no, I'll do it when I get back to work, or whenever. It's gonna be too late, and somebody else is gonna grab up all your people that you want to get into this business. I can assure you that. So don't wait. And it's incredible that you also mentioned that now, Scott, about or you, Mel, about a second income, because today I was sitting in my studio working around the table with some of my staff, and the one is doing orders from my online store and on my website, and this one is doing this, and at one stage my assistant said to me, you must in one of your lives speak about multiple streams of income, because I actually got a form from the bank yesterday that said I must confirm my income, and all the options that they gave me, I was not one of them. I don't earn a salary, I don't get funding, or I'm not a pensioner or whatever. I'm like, other. Okay. Let's do other. Because that is what we should do. You can't rely on one form of income these days. I've got 4 multi-level marketing companies because I know how important it is to get multiple streams. And 1 month, this one is good. And it's like you obviously have to put in the work and the effort, but you can't deny the fact that has carried us through in a time where there is no other salary. I mean, we don't get a salary anyway, but it helps so much. And I think people are waking up to that more and more, realizing that this is a way to go forward.
Absolutely.
So wake up, people, wake up.
So the point of all that was do not delay.
Yes.
We put a link on the beginning. We're going to put a link in the comments. I believe they have a link up for you right now. But don't wait until you know more. Don't wait until you think, oh, well, we'll wait till we can do this, or I'll wait till I have more time. You don't ever have more time. You don't ever have a better moment. Now is the moment to do it.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and open that link, follow that link. You can become a member by spending 50 product value, and it says it down at the bottom, or you can just choose a premium starter kit. And the premium starter kit comes with a set of oils that have been hand selected that are perfect to begin your life and your journey with oils, and a diffuser. Or you can create your own starter kit. Let's just say you want to start with a certain diffuser and you want a few oils to begin with. Then you just add those to your kit. And as long as you come up to 50 PV, then you will become a member. And then you will also get 24% discount for becoming a member. You never again, for the rest of your life, have to pay a membership fee. It's a lifetime membership.
Wow.
All you have to do is place one order per year. But I will give you a little clue of how to do wonderfully. Then it's going to say, would you like to join something that's called Essential Rewards? And Essential Rewards is the best option. Here's 2 reasons why. Number 1, if you get a premium starter kit, they give you a free oil with that starter kit just for joining Essential Rewards. They also give you 10% credited back every month for 3 months. And then after that, they start to give you 20% credited back. So all you do is click, yes, join Essential Rewards. Yes, use my first order as my Essential Rewards. And then it has you set up quickly what you want in your next month order. Here's the great thing. You don't have to know what you want next month. Aletta and I will help you find what you need. So different things that are going on in your body, that are going on in your home, those are the things that you need. You can send us a quick note. We'll send you a quick video. We'll send you a link. You watch that. And then in a moment, you go online, you change your order, and you add what you want, save that, and next month that box will come to your house. You can cancel it anytime you would like, but I guarantee you will never want to cancel it. It is so wonderful, so fun, and so exciting. I still get over the moon when our box gets here. Me and the kids line up and open that box and get so excited.
Can I tell you what happened with us last week when I got my box? I ordered 2 toothpastes and 2 charcoal bars of soap. And the moment I opened it, the kids were all like, can I have the toothpaste? So two of them is sharing a bathroom and the other one has his own. So the toothpaste went and the charcoal bars went. I sent Sumeri a text immediately. When is your Essential Rewards going off? Can I please add some toothpaste and charcoal bars? Because apparently I don't have enough for my house. But it's literally like that. It is part of our nighttime routine now with our kids. It's not only just brush your teeth and go to the toilet before you go to bed. It's like, okay, go put your essential oils on, and then they come to me. Mommy, tonight I'm going to do Thieves and RC and this. Can I do? So, like wintergreen. And I'm like, I'm not sure about wintergreen. Don't just do the ones that I'm sure of. There are a few. What is it? For women hormones, no, don't do that one. Don't do that one. But it's amazing how excited they get. And I mean, they just love their little their little owl diffusers in their room. So, yes, now is the time. Absolutely. And I mean, we haven't been sick. In the name of Jesus, touch wood. We haven't.
Don't touch wood. That's
touch.
superstitious. Can't say thank you, Jesus, and then touch wood. What's that?
I'm covering all my bases.
Oh, man.
I'm joking.
Excuse me, I need to go minister to my
the wood is
wife.
where my thieves are on. That's why I'm touching the wood. That
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Good comeback. So yes, I am excited. I literally also can't wait for my next order to come and you can change it like Melody said. I have changed my orders 4 times during the month. No, I would rather want that than that. I would rather want that than that. And then I can't remember by the time the box comes what was my final order. What did I?
It's a surprise.
It is a surprise. Oh my gosh, guys. And I mean we have just launched CBD oil.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh yes, CBD is one of the coolest oils that Young Living has partnered with. I myself did not have much knowledge of CBD oil probably like a year ago. I didn't know too much about it. And so I bought a book.
Why are you laughing,
Yeah,
Scott?
are you using it like right now? Are you high?
I'm kidding. Okay, sorry, Melody, you got a book, yeah?
Okay, so I got a book and I started reading about it. And essentially what I found out was that the species for cannabinoids, which is what CBD is, that before the 1930s, we used hemp in 80% of our textiles. So cannabinoids were a part of our daily usage. So we were using the oils for salves. They used it for animals for salves. They used it for humans, for lip balms, all different kinds of things. For lotions they made clothing, 80% of clothing, masses for sales, bags for transporting things. What I'm saying is that humans were touching hemp threads all the time. What we found out in the last 20 years is there's a reason for that. The reason is that every single system of the entire body, every tissue, every organ, your nerves, your synapse, the way that your brain operates, all has what's called an endocannabinoid system. Endo meaning originating inside the body, cannabinoid named because the same molecule that's in CBD is in every single cell structure of your entire body.
Wow.
Got it for us to interact with hemp plants. So,
Sorry,
CBD,
did you just read that once and then remembered it like that? That's impressive. Well done.
I read it a couple times, but
That is still impressive. Well done.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
So in Europe, they have an actual coding in their medical system that's endocannabinoid deficiency. Endocannabinoid deficiency encompasses everything that is autoimmune. So that's diabetes, heart, epilepsy, all of the autoimmune diseases that we have. They actually say that is stemming from having endocannabinoid deficiency. So by taking CBD oil, you are literally ministering to every cell in your entire body and bringing it into balance. There are 4 cannabinoids balance your body. And so we have a system, but we don't always have enough cannabinoids. And so we supplement ourselves with phytocannabinoids, which is plant cannabinoids, which would be CBD. Now, let me say this. Do not run out and grab CBD in the local market because it is not the same. And I'll tell you really quickly why.
Okay.
Hemp plant is called a phytoremediation plant, meaning phyto plant, remediation meaning cleaner. It literally cleans the soil. So if there have ever been heavy metals, if there have been pesticides sprayed, any toxins that came down in the rain from our atmosphere, that plant's job is actually to clean the soil and pull all of the toxins out of the soil. What does that mean? That means that if it is not organic and from a farm that has taken all of the trouble to clean that soil first, even be in charge of what kind of water they're watering with, because if they water with city water that's got chlorine in it, it takes in the chlorine.
That's why the farms of Young Living are important.
Living farms are incredible. They literally hand weed every single farm in all of Young Living. They spray. Yes. So our particular CBD oil is so clean. It is the only oil that I know of in CBD that is so clean that you can take it, give it to your children, give it to everyone in your family and not have a second thought. Because if there are heavy metals, those actually store in your brain cells. And then they build up in your brain cells. And then over time, you develop other autoimmune diseases from giving yourself something that you thought was good.
Sure.
Wow.
Toxic, ultimately. So if you are interested in using CBD, if you have chronic pain, if you have chronic inflammation, any of the things I've mentioned, plus tons more, send me or Aletta a message. We will send you a video. I love having CBD in your market. It is off the chart.
It sounds to me like you can almost build a business just on that within Young Living. I mean, that is such an amazing product, and it's a hot product right now. But
Yes.
if you can say what we can say about Young Living's product, that is, I mean, that's a game changer. That's awesome.
It's absolutely a game changer. And you're right. You're absolutely right. If we only had CBD, you could still build an incredible empire of a business.
Sure.
Wow.
It is amazing.
Can I ask a question that I really don't know this. I'm not setting you up, and maybe some other people have the same question. What's the difference between that healthy CBD oil and the stuff people smoke? That because maybe there's people that have a concern about, am I taking drugs like that's bad for me in some other way?
Absolutely. Okay. So first of all, it's all under the same family name, but there are actually two different species that we're talking about. So there's the marijuana plant, and then there's the hemp plant.
Okay.
They come from origin, but they are not the same. So a hemp plant does not have buds on it that can be smoked. That would be the marijuana plant.
Ah.
Now, there is a very trace amount of THC in traditional hemp plants, which would be where CBD comes from. But what Young Living has done in order to ensure the integrity of the CBD products, because there's no way to get 100% out of it unless you isolate the CBD molecule. So what Young Living did is they isolated the CBD molecule, took it out of the hemp oil, the regular CBD oil, and then in order, what it's called is, people will say, is it a full spectrum? That means, does it have everything? Well, if it has everything, then it also has trace amounts of THC.
Mm.
What Young Living has done is there is something in inside of the CBD molecule that's called, they're called terpenes, and all of the essential oils have different profiles of terpenes. So what the scientists have done is they've withdrawn the CBD isolate and then filled that spectrum in using essential oils that have the exact match of terpenes or chemical structure. By doing that, they've created something called Smart Spectrum. That means it has everything CBD has to offer with 0% THC and precision in that molecule. Wow. So to answer your question, there is no THC, and it is the best thing on the market.
Wow.
So good.
That is
Wow.
going to be my next order.
You're such a clever lady.
She's very clever.
Well done.
And she's our upline. We have upline in the USA. I just love that.
I feel so well represented.
Definitely.
The thing about Melody is, a lot of people don't know this about her, is that she was going to be a doctor. She went to school to be a doctor. Yeah. And then her testimony is incredible. Then she encountered the Lord and she went off to Bible school. Well, that's where she married me. And yeah.
Wow.
And so, but several years ago, even before she got involved with Young Living, she started having dreams of apothecary.
Yes.
Wow.
The Lord woke me up in the middle of the night and said, apothecary. And it was the most vivid voice of the Lord I've ever heard. And then I went back to sleep and he said, apothecary, 4 times in a row, until I woke Scott up and said, what on earth is an apothecary?
Oh my gosh.
Later found out that that's a natural medicine doctor who uses what the Lord created in the earth to bring healing to bodies.
So when she gave her heart to this, this is her love language. She does it to not just, she doesn't do it just for the business. She does it to educate people about health and awareness. It's really,
Wow, that is amazing. Listen, but our hour is over. We have come to the end. But I hope we have told the people what to do and inspired them to click on the link right now. We have a bunch of people in our team who have invited people to go and watch. So please go to the people in our team that invited you for this live and sign up with them. You have to do it, people. This is your mission for the day.
But if no one invited you, sign up with our link that we've been posting all over the place. Thank you very much.
Because we invited you. Did you not see? We invited you so badly. We invited you.
And you should by now see that you can not just get great products. You can be part of an amazing business, an amazing team.
Amen.
You can change your life, your family's life, and your children's life. I mean, this is just incredible. The level of opportunity and blessing that you can actually intentionally build into your life is so
Absolutely.
powerful. So get behind this, be a part of this. Go sign up now. Don't sleep on it. Sign up now and be a part of this. We really believe that this can change your life from a health point of view, from a financial point of view, and from a longevity point of view. So be part of this. Get behind this. We're excited to have you on our team.
And the moment I see you on the system, that's what I do. If I see you signed up, I put your number on my phone and I SMS you privately, personally, and I put you on a group and I'm like, we're going to do this together. You're not on your own. Don't feel like you're going to drown. We do this together. And what I don't know, I ask her because she knows a lot, apparently.
As you can hear. Yeah. So good.
And
Yay.
the group too. So when she adds you to the group, then any questions you have, there's several of us that can answer, and we can find the answers if we don't have the answers, but we can find what you need. There's a business group that we have. There's an education group. We'll add you to both of those. And then we can give you all the tools that you would need at the pace you want to take it. But I am with these two in saying, do it now. Don't wait. You will be so happy that you did.
Yeah.
It will be one of your best choices. So do it.
Absolutely. So good.
Wow.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yes.
We appreciate you. We love you. We miss you. We can't wait for
Absolutely.
you to be able to travel here or us to go there or all of us to go to Spain. I mean, that'll be amazing.
Here we go.
Please say vergelegen for the last time.
time.
Say it one more time.
Vergelegen.
Lekker.
It's almost like he's saying it with his small tongue.
We are going
amazing.
to use that as a swear word.
I love it.
Ach, you vergelegen.
You guys are awesome. I love
Anyway,
it.
it was awesome. Yes, it was wonderful to see you. And we are literally in time. It's 19:59 for us.
8 o'clock on
8
the
o'clock on
nose.
the dot.
And thank you so much for tuning in, guys.
Yes.
Everyone who's come on board tonight to listen. Thank you for sharing this with friends. I saw a lot of people sharing it with friends. Thank you so much for doing that. And if you have watched this all the way through, not live, thank you so much as well. Please go to the link, join now, and we'll get in touch with you. Thank you so much. So let's give a big wave and applause to Melody and Scott. Yay, you guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome.
We
Yay.
love you. And
Awesome.
with that, we're going to greet everybody online. God bless you and good night. Bye-bye.